Hello, my name is Hitesh Rasta and this is my video blog. Today I want to talk about one thing that has helped me in making me a screenwriter. I haven't sold a single script ever. I have written for a lot of people, but most of the time the films never get released and I never got a credit for writing a film. And there are times when I've done a favor to a lot of people, so in that sense I consider myself more of a script doctor and a script consultant rather than a script writer. The script that I've written, I have kept them for myself because I cannot give it to someone else to direct them, because I want to direct all those scripts that I've written and they are very dear to me. They are like my babies. So recently I was writing some more scripts. I have written 4 scripts and I was planning to write 6 more scripts during my vacation in my home, and I haven't done much, but there are some premises, there are treatment notes that I have done. One thing that I realized while writing those scripts was there was a major fault that I was doing while writing all those scripts, and why anyone who would read my script wouldn't like them, that why his scripts is like that. That is one of the most minor things that normally not many people know about, and most of the scripts, 99% of the scripts that are in the market are suffering from that problem. And that thing I understood by reading this book by David Mamet called On the Directing. Now that book might be a name on the directing, but that book is more about his screenplay career and how to write a screenplay. So there's a conversation which goes between David Mamet and one of the students, in which he actually tries to solve all his problems that are related to script writing and direction. In one of those problems, he actually tells you that whatever you're writing script is going to be played on the screen. So if you're writing something that cannot be shown on the screen, that should not be in the screenplay. Now, after reading that, I went on to my scripts and started reading them, and there were many instances where I've written something which could not be shown on screen. Like I've written that this particular girl and this particular guy are boyfriends and girlfriend, but how am I going to show on the screen? I've just written it down, but how the audience is going to know? If I sell that script to some director, he wouldn't be know how to show that that particular characters are going to be girlfriend and boyfriend. So I have to put that somewhere in the dialogue, or I have to show something, some online chemistry that can be visually be seen, or help of audio be seen, so that people can actually understand that there is relationship going on between two people. If I say that that person is very beautiful, that cannot be seen, because again it's a subjective thing. So I have to actually describe his features. I cannot just say that it's a very big room. I have to actually give the measurement so that the art director who is actually reading the script can understand that what kind of room I'm thinking about. I cannot just write that he is talking to someone else about something. I have to specifically give those dialogues so that the meaning of that particular scene can be much more apparent. So there are lots of examples which I can tell you, but anything that you write in the script that cannot be related to emotions, because emotions is something that cannot be seen on a screen. You have to actually give the expressions of the character along with that emotion that comes with it, so that the director who is reading that script would know exactly what kind of thing that actor wants. And even if the actor is reading those scripts, he would know that this is the kind of expression that I have to give. So when you're writing your script, never write lengthy action scenes, never write a lot of details, because a lot of details does not help too much. You have to be very precise, you have to be very specific, and you have to remember that it's not a script, it's not a novel, it's just a screenplay. It's anything that you're going to see on the screen, you have to write it down. Anything else is just a redundant piece of words. So you have to remove all that, and you have to concentrate more on the dialogues. And one thing that I've also realized is that I used to write a lot of lengthy dialogues. I used to write lengthy scenes, and they somehow does not work in the film area. Writing a script is not something which you would consider an individual art. It has been developed into a science, and there are particular things that you have to keep in mind so that you can keep your audience engrossed. I do not believe in 3-part structure. I do not believe Sid Field's method that there has to be a twist after every 27 minutes. But I write my scripts randomly. I try to, whatever thoughts that are coming inside my mind, I just keep on writing them without there being a connection between the scenes, and which I fill them later in the second draft while writing, while reading it again and putting all those connections between two things. But my idea of writing a script is that I think of a concept, and I write a treatment note, and I write lengthy treatment notes, and I write a lot of character developments, and after that I start writing my script. And sometimes a script that I complete like 30-40 pages, and then I keep on expanding it. Now that's the process that I love doing most. Now some people use index cards, which I also use index cards, but I think index card method is very mechanical. It is writing something on the index card and dividing it into two, and then expanding the half of one index card into another card, and another half of the index card into another index card, and keep on doing it till you get 128 scenes. With that, in one day you get all your scenes, and you can finish your script in like a week. But the thing is, I have done that. I have done that for a script, and I feel that it's very mechanical, that the heart and soul of a script is missing in that. Though I get a lot of sequences in that, it helps to an extent, but somehow the soul is missing from that. So there's another script that I was writing. It's a legal drama, and I was watching a lot of legal dramas because of that. And the beautiful part of that is that I don't know what I'm going to write next. I just get these thoughts after every time I write a scene. I get the link to another scene and just write it down, and then I roam around a little bit and I think of all the scenes that could be part of that film, and I just write them down without them being connected to each other. And then again I think in my mind I started connecting everything. So there has to be a method in which you can see the entire film inside your mind. If you can see a scene happening inside your film, I guess you should write it down. But what this video is all about is about the mistakes that I did while writing my scripts, is that you do not have to put too much details into a script. You have to just put the things that are there, and it has to be in the language in which it can be presented on the screen. There is no other secret of writing a good script. Thank you.